Hi, and welcome to Trust and Obey with Chuck Frank. This is a Saturday Chuck It entitled No Longer Eligible. I just got finished watching one of the videos put out by one of my favorite content providers on X, a guy by the name of Mike Benz. If you have never watched Mike Benz, don't miss him. He uh, he's just amazing, the insights that he has into our government, how it works, and its dysfunction. But today, he was focused on something else, something that is regrettable, and that is censorship on X. And I tell you what, he looked terrified because he's built an enormous following over 2 years. And that's what we're going to talk about today. In the last 2 weeks, a lot of major content providers have been deplatformed from X, and they've been told you are no longer eligible for the services offered on X. No other explanation given, and everything gone. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers canceled. All the monetization of that canceled. All the content disappears. So this is devastating for content providers. So now, in the spirit of jumpin' jack flash, content creators can just be disappeared with no explanation except a cryptic message that you are no longer eligible. So this is going to affect Elon's credibility with MAGA. And make no mistake, his bromance with Trump would never happen if MAGA had not wrapped its arms around Elon and said, this guy's good. He's one of us. And they did that for one reason only, not because Donald Trump said, yeah, here's my guy. The reason they did it was that they saw that Elon took a huge risk and a huge hit when he purchased Twitter. That was the first thing. But then the second thing really won over MAGA, and that was that he made it a last bastion of free speech in the US. MAGA's not interested in Tesla. MAGA's not wowed by SpaceX. MAGA people are trying to survive. We're not interested in colonizing Mars. We're trying to figure out how to live in this Marxist hellhole that used to be our constitutional republic. So, Elon, you're an outspoken guy. You say that nobody can intimidate you, but it looks like somebody intimidated you. And MAGA's behind you, but you need to fix this, or you will no longer be eligible. Then this morning, I see that Hillary Clinton and George Soros are getting medals of freedom from the senile one instead of firing squads. So this is just more of the world turned on its head. And these are all signs of the time. So Hillary, George, deep staters, Dems, rhinos. It may not seem to it to you. You may think you have a great plan B, but you are no longer eligible. And we have a new Speaker of the House who self-identifies as a born-again Christian conservative, but is really Hakeem Jeffries in whiteface. So, Mike Johnson, nobody has any illusions about how you will comport yourself as this speaker. You are no longer eligible. And then I'm sure many of you watched the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans with the destruction still in the air from the terror attack. And ESPN was producing that. And that stadium was packed with people who were making a patriotic statement that we're Americans, that we are not going to be cowed by terror, and that we will not stand down and change our lives out of fear. Those people came to make a statement, and they made that statement loud and clear. And they were chanting USA, USA, the whole stadium over and over again, and ESPN blocked it all. And then at the end of the game, the winning quarterback, Will Howard, was denied access to the winner's platform, with the rest of his team standing up there to get the trophy. But Will Howard was blocked by ESPN officials because they were afraid, as the winning quarterback, that the mic was going to be put in front of him and he would give all thanks to Jesus Christ. And you know what? If our nation was right, all of his teammates would have left that platform until he was allowed to be up there. And not one of them did. So ESPN, you are no longer eligible. And any believing person that watches them or uses their products, any conservative that watches them or uses their products, is supporting evil. So knock it off. I want to read 2 lines from the Gospel of Matthew 24, verses 13 through 14. This is Jesus speaking to all of us. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. Why read that line? Because all of this makes everyone feel disconnected. Because no matter who you put your faith in other than Christ, they disappoint you. And Jesus told us this about relationships with people. We're all fallen. We're all going to disappoint. And so you can put medals of freedom on horrible individuals. You can try to block patriotic events. You can try to make sure no one can witness for Christ. You can try to do all of these things. They are only meant to confuse us, to depress us. And that should not be, because we know what the truth is. And the truth will set every one of us free. And the truth is what Jesus says: he who endures to the end shall be saved. And the gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to the nations. And then the end will come. So my question for you is, in that day, which of you will no longer be eligible? My hope is that you will accept Christ and live. God bless you.